one of the issues that come up so much in my work with um, our women professional clients is on limiting beliefs. That looks like, oh, I'm not good at such and such. Oh, I'm not a good writer. I'm not a good networker. Oh, I'm too afraid to go out. I can't be in a room where I don't know someone. Oh, I don't have the time. Oh, I don't like the way that I look. Oh, I'm not comfortable this or that. I don't know what to say. I'm too short. I'm too tall. I'm too broad. I'm not too thin. I'm just not a good conversationalist. I'm not a leader. People don't want to do what I say. So many things. I've pretty much heard them all in working with women professionals for decades. What I would say to you today is you need to inventory that, and I would encourage you to do that pronto. Why? Because you are holding you back. Whatever the changes that you have on your heart and in your mind and in your attention to make, you're holding yourself back with those limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are those inner tapes in our minds that have been recorded on us by people in authority of our lives when we were younger. It could have been parents, it could have been other family members, it could be those folks before we were the age of 10. Some experts say the age of 7, that 95% of our behavior has already been written into our DNA of how people defined us, usually parents. They have good intentions, but that's what happens oftentimes. And so now we're not children, we're not teenagers. And we have the power and the control and, quite frankly, the responsibility to rewrite those tapes, to rid ourselves, to free ourselves of those limiting beliefs. For every single thing that you are, tall, short, thin, not thin, everything, you are perfect, my friend, for every single thing that you are here to do. So if it's running a business, growing a business, leading a team, whatever it may be, and you are holding yourself back because of the words, I can't, I should have, I could have, I ought to, please inventory, gain awareness around how you're holding yourself back. I must say that some of the work that we do here at Changemakers is all around mindset matters. We call attention to, we call awareness and accountability to what are our limiting beliefs and how are they holding ourselves back. And then we take concrete steps to eliminate those limiting beliefs so we can just shed it like a snake skin, and we can be free to blossom and to move forward. Because what I know for sure is that you're deserving, you're perfect just like you are, you are worthy, you are so capable, you are here for a purpose, and you can do this. Particularly if you are in a community of like-minded tribe that support you, that are kind and uplifting and inspiring and empowering and hold you accountable for your actions matching your intentions. So I just want to give that for food for thought of creating a sense of awareness of what are you telling yourself that may not actually be true of who you really are or what you really can do and how you can show up and do greater work, whatever that looks like in your world. So I would suggest, if I may, that you have a booklet or some type of notebook or a journal or whatever, and write that down. Spend some time thinking about what do I say to myself, and what do I allow others to say that kind of impress their beliefs on me that are not true. Not true. I have found over many, many years of work and reading and study and research that what people say about us is often a projection of what they think about themselves, number one. What we say about ourselves is almost like an automated, zombied recitation of what others have said to us in many years past. I'll tell you a little story. When I was young, my chore on Saturday was to dust our home, dust every room and every piece of furniture and everything in our home. I wanted to go out to play, but I had to do this dusting. And my mother was insistent that I take every single thing off the surface of every single piece of furniture, dust the item and dust the furniture. And so sometimes, as the precocious child that I was, I did not always take every item off of every surface. And so when it came time for her to, quote, check my work, she would say, we're going to do this again, aren't we? Because there's still dust. Bummer that it was. And somehow I got labeled to be lazy. Anyone who knows me now knows that that is not true. But somehow for years that stuck in my brain that I'm lazy. And so I tried to overcompensate by working harder than anybody that I knew. That always pushing myself to be that overachiever and to be that highly driven woman that I became. And it wasn't until many years later that I connected the two. That from an early age, being told that I was lazy because I wasn't dusting to specifications, to how that showed up in my adult life. And not taking vacations and not taking time for myself and not taking carving the time to just be. So that's just an example. Maybe you have examples in your life. Take stock, take inventory, just be somewhere quiet and still and write and let that show up for you. That is a step because those limiting beliefs will continuously hold you back. That is part of what we work with our members here to do at Changemakers. So I invite you, my friend, to take an inventory. Those are not true anymore. They probably never were. Okay? See you soon.